Perfect, 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 perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Cody.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Cody.
Testing, testing, one, two, three. Testing, testing, HIV. Marcus speaks. What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Marcus Speaks. This is not usually the time I come on, but I've been covering some topics this week. Before we get into today's topic, which I always fail to do, which I'm gonna do now. Welcome to the show. Please like this video, subscribe to this video, and share to your respective social medias. Please, if you could, write something in the chat. I'll be paying attention to that. What is going on with my headphones? 1 second. Switch it, didn't switch. Anyway, please, if you could, write something in the chat. I won't be long today with this. But let me go over a few promotions first, and then we can get into today's show. So if you could, please go to the description box of this video and hit both the links of Marcus Speaks and Marcus Speaks Play. Those are my two YouTube channels that I stream on. I will be streaming to Marcus Speaks Play probably sometime either late tonight, if not sometime tomorrow. I'll probably stream tomorrow, maybe around 12 p.m. to maybe 2. If not that, it'll be 2 to 5. So, with that being said, please go ahead and subscribe to both of the channels. And I have a link in the description box. Not the description box, the chat. And give me 1 second, please, while I correct my audio. All right. So, like I said, if you could, please go to the description box and hit those links. Also, if you would like to come up here and speak to me about this topic, you can. There is a link in the chat right now. And if you look at that blue rectangle that's in the chat, hit the rectangle, it expands. You'll see the link right there. You can come right on up. But if you come up, I have rules. I'm sorry, I don't know if you've ever been on any YouTuber show before, but I don't know what their rules are. But my rules are simple when it comes to coming up here and speaking to the host. Rule number 1 is must be on camera at all times. I need to know who I'm speaking with. Also, if you don't want to be on camera to the public, that's fine. You don't have to be on camera, but you still have to be on camera here in the backstage. There's a private chat back here. I have a question for you guys when you pop in. It's a simple question. Just read it over before you come up, and I would assist you with whatever you want to do. And the final and third rule is please silence all background noise. I do not want to hear what's going on in your life. And I'm pretty sure no one else does. Just keep it professional if you could. And finally, like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you are new here. Let's not waste any more time. So, our buddy Kanye West was seen on Monday wearing this shirt. He was attending a Paris fashion show, and hey man, he surprised the hell out of everybody with this shirt that he had on. So, I guess during this time when he was speaking, well, I guess he was speaking during this time when this picture was being taken, Kanye West was wearing his White Lives Matter shirt, which caused a stir all over the interwebs, and may I say it was pretty bold of him to do. So with that being said, so he spoke at this event, and he spoke on basically the last time he was in Paris, which was, I believe, in 2016 when Kim Kardashian was robbed at gunpoint by 2 assailants. He also spoke about his former manager and his struggles to get into the fashion industry. So, he basically was just going over a few things, and as well as leaving the gap, as you guys know. I spoke on him probably, I think it was last Saturday during my podcast, and I was praising him, but now I regret doing what I did for the simple fact that on Monday I didn't expect this. Well, expect this. But I guess it's just Monday for him. It was just Monday for me as well. So, so Kanye's, when he was speaking, he shared some pleasantries of, may I say, he shared some pleasantries with everyone else about some things that had happened to him during his time. I believe just, reflecting on life and stuff. But one of the things that he said in his speech was, well, that's the front of the shirt. So that's the front of the shirt. It has the current Pope on there. I don't know the Pope's name. I don't know. Like I want to say it's Francisco or something like that, but I believe that was the last pope. But whoever the current pope is, that's who's on his shirt. But what he said during one of the things that he said during his speech was this: "I am Ye, and everyone here knows that I am the leader." He said at one point, referencing his new legal name. "You can't manage me." So, with these words being spoken, who knew what he meant by that? But some of the models wore the shirt that he was wearing, which was this shirt here. They were seen modeling the shirt, and I guess it was all a part of Kanye's fashion day or whatever that they were doing that day. But um the people around social media sparked an uproar because because of the things that black folks have been going through here in this country, as far as police brutality and police killings and stuff like that of African Americans. This kind of seemed a little distasteful. But be that as it may, this is Kanye we're talking about, so who knows if this guy really understands what he's really doing. But he's smart enough. He says he's a genius, so let's believe him that he knows what he's doing. But that's this is Kanye we're talking about. Like, let's just remember that. But a few tweets had went out speaking on this because everyone was in an uproar. So one of them said, sending a White Lives Matter shirt. Hold on, I'll let you guys see the full thing. I am very sorry. One second, here we go. So it says, sending a White Lives Matter t-shirt down a runway in Paris is literally insanity, and no amount of gospel is getting that man through heaven's gate. I'm so sorry. One person tweeted. Another one wrote, mind you, Kanye was just calling Kim and Chris the KKK 2 weeks ago, and now he's wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. Well, that is very true. Because Kanye's been in a constant battle with the Kardashians, but you gotta remember something. Kanye had to learn something from these people that he was around a whole lot. So and the person that is seen in this picture with him, who is what's her name, Candace Owens. Candace Owens is getting her grift on right now as well. So we can chuck this up to, I won't say to her for this, but for some reason Candace Owens does, and I say this very plainly. Candace Owens really don't fuck with black people like that. Like, to be honest, like she's very embarrassed of us for some reason. I don't know why, but grow up black in a gated, I won't say a gated community, but in an affluent area and community, then that's what you get. You get people like Candace Owens. But some have referenced this stunt that he did to his time visiting the White House when Donald Trump was in office, when he wore the infamous MAGA hat. Also, people are comparing this to his Confederate flag jacket that he wore back in 2013. So, hey man, maybe there are some connections to why he is doing this. Maybe, who knows? Also, his speech tells how being different is the future of the world. So if you guys haven't really heard any of Kanye West's speeches, Kanye West usually speaks on like how we need to start innovating for the future. How the future is where we need to have our focus at. Um I would say I don't disagree, but we still need to keep our minds here in the present because we're still dealing with stuff here. So it's good for creatives to think about the future because the future does hold certain keys that maybe my generation won't even get to. Maybe our kids, or our kids may get to it. So no, it's good that he's trying to innovate for the future, trying to come up with ideas for the future. But you know, that kind of, in my mind, makes Kanye, I won't say a nut, but he's not really well versed in reality. He's well versed in the part of society that he resides in, which is a very rich and posh type of community that he likes to be around, as well as other, I would say, intellectuals and stuff like that. He just likes to surround himself with a lot of intellectual and creative things. But who knows what is going to come from this? Let me see if I went over all my points. So, yep, said that. Um, yep, said that as well. And I said that. Said that as well. And yeah, I said everything. So, I want you guys to let me know what you think of this because, a lot of people had a lot to say when it came to this stunt that he did. Um, but should we really be upset at this? Because this is Kanye West we're talking about. He changed his name legally. He married one of the biggest whores ever. Um, he had kids by that woman as well. So should we really be upset at this? Like a lot of people, okay, last night I was watching this podcast that I watch every night. It's like this political podcast. And so they brought this up, right? They brought this up. And they were saying how having it to where this slogan isn't really that bad. It's to them, they were saying, and it's an all white, podcast. So, they have black folks on there from time to time. But basically, what they were saying was that overtly, this isn't racist. Covertly, this isn't racist. That's what they were saying. But they were saying when you start picking out certain specifics when it comes to race, one of the things that they were saying was that saying that black women are beautiful, that's racist because you're singling out one group of a race of women that you're saying is better than any other race of woman or whatever. And it's like, nah, I don't agree with that because some men believe that black women are very beautiful, like myself. And there's certain white men out there that think black women are beautiful, such as Bill Burr, Robert De Niro. Who else likes black women out here that's white? Um, George Lucas. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just naming like a handful of these people. But Oh, Gary Owen thinks black women are beautiful. You know, we can't we can't sit here and dwell on people's preferences. Like I spoke on something, I believe it was last week, if not the week before, how this girl I was working with, right? I told her that I didn't date white chicks no more. And she was like, "Well, that's racist." I said, "Well, how is it racist? It's a preference. I shouldn't be judged on my preferences. It's my own preference that I feel as though is right for me. Like, I'm not hurting anybody else around me, but it seems as though that my choices hurt you. Like, why?" She couldn't come up with a reason why. So I'm like, "Well, your your projection is moot because you don't really have an argument for me of why this is wrong." So I was like, just let me be me. Like, I have my preferences. Everybody has preferences. Everyone has their own prejudices that they deal with and, don't deal with, or, present themselves as such. As like, everybody has their own sort of thing. Another thing that they were speaking about on the podcast last night about this very topic is not only pointing out specifics of, a group of people. Also, they were saying, you know if they had, like, they brought up this, I guess it's like a campaign or something that's going on at Oklahoma University, or the University of Oklahoma, where in countless colleges around the country, people have been posting, like, just regular 8.5 by 11 printer paper, and just, posting it up anywhere, like on trash cans, on bulletin boards and stuff like that. That I believe the slogan was "White folks are great" or something, or "White people are greater," or so, it's something of the sort. And they were saying how that, in a way, was kind of racist, but not really, because they're kind of like big up in themselves, like, yeah, we're great too, blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, when black people say black power, or uh black people are great, it seems like most white people have, or other races as well, have an issue with that, and I don't understand why. um but those were certain things that they were saying in the podcast that I kind of was like arguing with my TV about, because I was like, nah, that's fucked up that y'all think like this. Like, I'm steady having a full on conversation with my television by watching this, but it was like, it was very strange, and you could kind of tell that they were tiptoeing and walking very softly around the topic at hand, because they didn't want to piss anybody off. Uh, if I was there, I wouldn't have. I would have said, "Well, no, I feel as though what you're saying is some bullshit, because I feel like this, blah blah blah." Everyone, I would give them my exact spiel that I said to my coworker. I was like, "Well, how's what I'm thinking racist, or, I have prejudices just like you have prejudices. Everyone's a little bit racist." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, be that as it may, it's like, um when certain things come out in the air like this, it does piss people off. It's kind of like when, was it back in 2021, if not the end of 2020, when the Stop Asian Hate bill came out. A lot of people, mostly black people, got upset about that because, we had the anti-lynching George Floyd bill up in the air, or some other reparations was still a thing being talked about. All these things were in the air, but then we see that you gave Asians this bill, and it's like, well, where's ours at? So, it's kind of, uh it's kind of like when during the summer of love in 2020, when everyone was protesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone came out to scream Black Lives Matter. Also, some people still had signs that said White Lives Matter. I understand. I understand completely. You know what I'm saying? All lives do matter, but, you know, all lives matter. Asian lives, Indian lives, Native American lives, Asian, I think I said Asian. Hispanic and Latino lives, white lives, black lives matter. But it seems as though black lives aren't mattering as much as everyone else's lives. That's the reason why people scream in the streets, Black Lives Matter, which I believe that they should stop saying because they're supporting the organization. But it's a slogan that people say now. It's a popular saying. Say his name, say her name. Popular slogans to say during protests now. So, I understand that, but I do feel as though that this picture and what Kanye's wearing is very tasteless because of the times that we are in right now. Like, it it's a lot. Okay, so a lot has came out about a civil war could possibly be coming to America again, right? We're kind of in a way sort of reliving the 60s all over again in a way. So that's the reason why a lot of these groups have sparked all of these black protest groups and organizations have came about because of this reason. So Kanye, I don't believe Kanye should apologize, but we should at least understand in some sort of written manner or him speaking and someone translating what the hell he's trying to say to us. Uh we should get some sort of verbal explanation of why he wore this shirt. Is it because the Pope was on it and that's the reason why you put it on there, or is it because that's how you feel? Or knowing that your kids in a way are half white if not a quarter white, because I don't believe Armenians are considered white in this country. So by Kim being half white, because Italians are now considered white since the 40s. um let we might need some sort of explanation about this, because this is kind of this is kind of strange for you to do, and at the same time, you got Candace Owens next to you, and we all know Candace Owens' track record when it comes to her speaking about black folks. It's not really favored in the black community's favor. It's always what we're not doing that we should be, because we should be holding these values in life or whatever. But that's a coon for you. But my last words on this is maybe some sort of explanation should come up about this. Was he doing this because he was in Paris and French folks don't like black people like that? Like France, from what I hear, is very racist. So maybe that's why he did it. But you know, with Kanye trying to get himself into this fashion industry and him going bankrupt and getting a loan from Kim and then becoming the first hip hop billionaire, you know, uh, maybe Kanye should have some dudes from the block around him to let him know. Like, don't even have yes men around him. Just have some real dudes around him that is gonna tell him, nah, yo, that's whack. I wouldn't do that if I was you. Like, maybe he needs that type of kick in the ass, maybe. But we can only wish, right?
About fair use.
So, with that being said, I will. I'll leave. I'm gonna leave with some promotions, and I'm gonna shut this down. But if you could, before we leave, could you please like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you are new here? Also, I'll be off. This is what my third day on vacation, so for the next 2 weeks and 4 days or so, I'll be still on vacation, but you guys can I'll be coming up these next few days with or these next few weeks with topics and stuff like that. So go ahead and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Also, I do a on Fridays and Saturdays I do a game stream on Fridays, and then on Saturday I do my podcast. Both times at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please check me out. Always have hard hitting topics every weekend. Always have a great stream on Fridays when it comes to gaming and stuff like that. So come back and check me out. Like you won't be upset. This week's topics on my podcast, I'll be talking about how the FBI was tracking Aretha Franklin for 40 years, and I will also be talking about that damn Brooklyn bishop that keeps popping up in the news every other week. I'll be talking about his crazy ass again. So with that being said, people, let me leave you with my theme music, and I will get you guys out of here. So, everybody, with the sound of my voice, don't be afraid, don't be shy. Up top, there's always the link to come up and talk to me. There's always 3 rules that you have to follow. You have to be on camera at all times. You don't want to be on camera to the public, that's fine. You still have to be on camera back here in the backstage. There's a private chat up here. I'll make sure I'll save this question that I have so I can just put it in every time that I go live. You guys want to come up and talk. Also, third rule is please silence all background noise and any surroundings around you. Just make sure you're in a nice, secluded, quiet spot in your house so you can come up and talk to me. But yeah, that's about it that I have for you guys. But once again, before I get out of here, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you are new here. And I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.